Of the NFL's first 16-0 regular season record. They need only 6 points to get up to the most points in a season. They've got 551 now. They would have to overtake the 98 Vikings with 6 points. Tom Brady needs 2 touchdown passes to overtake Peyton Manning, and Randy Moss needs a TD catch to tie Jerry Rice for most touchdown catches in the year.
You know, the interesting part about that, though, is that the Giants know it too, and they know that Tom Brady would love to get those records out of the way and get Randy Moss's record out of the way and his own. So you've got to believe that early on in this ball game, they're going to be paying more attention to Randy Moss, maybe even than what they would have otherwise.
Indeed, Tom Coughlin told us they'll want to get Randy out of the way and they'll want to get Tom out of the way. Our ball game is underway. Steve Gostowski gets us down to Dominic Hickson. He'll get it back to about the 25-yard line, and the Giants will go to work from there. Let's set the lineups for you. The league's top pick in 04, Eli Manning, remains a work in progress at quarterback. This month, he has completed fewer than half his passes and thrown more interceptions than touchdowns. Behind him, Brandon Jacobs is coming off a career-high 145 yards rushing last week. Plaxico Burress with 10 touchdowns is the go-to guy, even though he's been hobbled by a bad ankle. Up front, the Giants are a solid and cohesive bunch. All 5 are veterans. All 5 have started every game this season. Manning operating from his 25. Brandon Jacobs, the lone back. He'll get it off the right side and pick up a 5. Gives us an opportunity to set New England's defense. Their base is a 3-4, and the man in the middle, Vince Wilfork, is key to making it work. He's headed to the Pro Bowl. The linebackers are simply great. Vrabel, Sayal, Bruschi, and Thomas averaged 12 years in this league, 34 years in this earth, but they're defying their age. The secondary, too, is exceptionally sound. Rodney Harrison is the hitter. Asante Samuel with 6 interceptions is going to Hawaii in the Pro Bowl. 2nd and 5 for Manning and the Giants. They go to a 2 tight end set as Michael Matthews and Kevin Boss check in. Manning will throw for the first time, looking deep for Burress. Caught inside the 20. Ellis Hobbs with the coverage, but Burress went up and got it.
First of all, this is the first week that Plaxico Burress has been able to practice the entire season. He looked great in practice. I knew early on they would come out and test Ellis Hobbs. If there's one guy on this defense that you can attack, it's Ellis Hobbs in the secondary. And you see the way Plaxico Burress was able to jump, get up in the air. That's what we haven't seen out of him in the past this season.
52-yard strike, first down at the 18-yard line. Fake to Jacobs. Manning rolls this side, throwing and in and out of the hands of Steve Smith. Are they calling it a catch? No catch. Steve Smith, their 2nd-round draft pick out of USC, with only 5 receptions on the year, had his hands on that one, but couldn't hang on to it as he went out of bounds.
Yeah, and Steve Smith had a big drop last week in the Buffalo game. That one, if the ball bobbled, would be incomplete. Let's see. Did it move in his hands? Yes, it did. It came out on the tail end. He was going to the ground.
We've got a red flag.
Trying to make the catch.
Tom Coughlin has thrown the challenge flag already. We're not even barely a minute and a half into this ball game.
Well, that's a bad challenge. It's not even close. It's an incomplete pass. He was going to the ground trying to make the catch, and you have to maintain possession throughout, hitting the ground and rolling over and all that kind of stuff. It's not even close.
Mike Carey is our official tonight.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. It's being challenged by New York.
You don't think this one's even close?
Nope.
If the call is upheld, we'll come back. The Giants will have 2nd down. We're back in a moment. The Meadowlands, right up here. Mike Carey has gone under the hood. We've had our first challenge of the night. Chris, take us through it. What'd you see?
Well, anytime a receiver is going to the ground on his own, he has to maintain the catch all the way throughout all of this process. And when the ball kicks out at that point, it's an incomplete pass.
The receiver, while making the catch, was going to the ground. Upon hitting the ground, the ball came out immediately. That's an incomplete pass. New York will be charged with their first team timeout.
And I think if the coaches would have taken a little longer to look at that one, they would have realized it was incomplete and not cost their team a timeout. Really, the head coach in that case completely beholden to the coaches upstairs and what they see.
So we turn to 2nd and 10 for Manning, again at the 18. Jacobs remains in the ball game as the deep back. He'll get it, try the right side, and come up with nothing. Ty Warren was the first to get there on the stop.
You know, you're talking about this Patriots defense. This is a team, and I don't know how many people realize this. Everybody would assume, okay, we know this is the #1 scoring offense in the league, blah, blah, blah. We've heard all about Brady and Moss and all the guys. But I don't think many people realize that this is the #1 scoring defense. They're tied with Tampa Bay, giving up the fewest points, under 16 points a game. So that is what makes them, at least on paper, one of the greatest teams of all time.
See what Manning does on 3rd down. Looking far side, completing to Burris, would seem to have enough for the 1st down. In the arms of Ellis Hobbs. He'll get a left foot spot. That would be enough for a 1st and goal.
The one thing the Patriots do not do is they do not flip-flop their corners. You know they'd rather have Asante Samuel on Plexico Burris, but Ellis Hobbs plays on that side. They had him double teamed. They had him inside and outside. He just stopped, came back, and picked it up.
This is the best way, of course, to beat the Patriots. Keep that man on the sidelines, Tom Brady. The Giants on 3rd and 10 pick up 10 and a foot. And so they've got 1st and goal. Call it the 8-yard line. This is Jacobs. And Jacobs is stoned in the hole by Vince Wilfork.
Well, anytime you start to run the ball on the Patriots a little bit, they will more often than not jump into their 4-man front instead of their traditional 3-4, and that allows them to bring in another big body, another big defensive lineman. They get guys down, they split off the nose, and Vince Wilfork is an awfully tough guy, and Dean Pease, the defensive coordinator, understands you put another big guy in there, you have another chance. Now they're back to the 3-man.
Despite their success running the ball this year, the Giants have not had much success in the red zone running. This one is complete to Jacobs. Chuns one tackler. Touchdown Giants.
What does Scooby-Doo say? Ruh-roh. Uh-oh, we got a ball game now. And if anybody would have had the right to beg out of this football game, it would have been Brandon Jacobs. On the bad ankle, he's been hurt, dinged much of the season. He wanted to play, he insisted on playing, and he comes up big there.
Lawrence Tynes comes on to add the extra point. And we're barely 4 minutes into this ball game in the Meadowlands. The Giants have a 7-0 lead. The Hudson from Manhattan. The hometown fans are psyched by what they've seen. They've watched their hometown Giants go 7 plays, 74 yards, and just 401, and score the first touchdown on opening drive this season against the undefeated Patriots. The key play, a 52-yard strike to Plaxico Burris. Brandon Jacobs with the touchdown, a 7-yard catch from Eli Manning. And so Tynes will kick it away. This is Ellis Hobbs, the deep man for the Patriots. He'll come up and field this at his 11. Hobbs will work his way back to the 25-yard line before he's snowed under. The Patriots, with their high-powered offense, will come back on the field for the first time this evening. They're trailing 7-0. We would assume that gentleman is very happy because his New York Giants are out in front 7-0. And you can see Bill Belichick is working it with his veteran linebackers there. He did not like what he saw on that opening drive of the Giants. Brady and company will go to work from their own 27. They open with 3 wide. Lawrence Maroney is the lone back. Brady will throw on first down, low but completed to Randy Moss. First down, Patriots. Let's go ahead and set their offense for you. We could spend an hour detailing Tom Brady's achievements this year. Suffice it to say that he's a lock to win his first NFL MVP award this season. Lawrence Maroney gets the start at running back. He's coming off back-to-back games with at least 100 yards rushing. Randy Moss leads the NFL in touchdowns. He's got 21. Wes Welker's having a career year, too. He has 101 catches. Brady will get good protection tonight. 3 of his 5 linemen, Light, Mankins, and Copeland, are all going to the Pro Bowl. Just like that, first down Patriots. Brady will throw again, complete this from the other side to Welker, and he crosses midfield to about the 44-yard line. Another first down, New England.
Wes Welker, for all the conversation about Randy Moss, and certainly he's had a phenomenal year, for my money, Wes Welker has just been tremendous. Coming into this season, he had 1 career touchdown pass in 3 or 4 NFL seasons. He has 8 this year. When you talk to the coaches on this team about him, they say he is always open. He is too quick for people inside. Been a great complimentary receiver for this football team.
Maroney will get his first carry of the night and get nothing as he tries the left side. Stone there. Let's go ahead and set the New York defense for you. Michael Strahan got that tackle. He's a 15-year veteran, the big name of this defense, of course. But it's the other end, Osi Umenyiora, who leads the NFC in sacks. He's going to the Pro Bowl. Middle linebacker Antonio Pierce is their do-everything guy in the middle. He calls the signals, and he's their leading tackler. The Giants' number 1 pick, Aaron Ross, starts tonight at right corner. At the other corner, Sam Madison is the secondary's elder statesman. He'll be matched against Randy Moss most often this evening. Call it no gain for Maroney. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Brady and the Pats. Brady swings it wide for Watson, in and out of his hands. We'll leave him with 3rd and long.
Well, it's interesting to see that New England and Tom Brady in this first drive are coming out and they're willing to open it up. Remember, they have 2 new offensive linemen on the right side, Ryan O'Callahan and Russ Holstein, over there filling in for the starters. And one of the things that the Giants are going to do tonight is exactly what the Philadelphia Eagles did. They want to bring pressure, but more than that, they want to pressure these wide receivers. They don't want easy releases. They don't want easy yardage.
3rd and 10. Kevin Falk is checked into the ball game as the back alongside Brady in the backfield. Lawrence Maroney is out. This one goes to Falk. Screen right side. Falk will come up short of the markers as he brought down at the 38-yard line. Aaron Ross coming up to make the stop.
Now it gets a little interesting here.
First decision of the night for Belichick, and he's not blinking at all.
Yeah, it's a little too long for a field goal here. They're inside the 40, down to about the 38, and as he often will do, he's going for it. I think he went for the screen pass with the knowledge he would go for it on 4th down if he came up short.
Heath Evans is checked into the ball game as the fullback. He's to Brady's left. Maroney is to his right. Moss is split far side. He's looking for Moss. Completes. First down, Patriots. That was Justin Tuck coming with the pressure, getting to Brady, but not before he completed a first down connection to the man who has become his favorite receiver in New England.
They put a guy like Justin Tuck over the center. It's almost an automatic mismatch. So even though they pick up the first down there, they at least accomplish getting a hit. And Randy Moss got away with a little push on Sam Madison at the end of that play.
And so Maroney will try again up the middle, getting maybe one before he is stopped. The Patriots are accustomed to having success on opening drives this year. They've had 8 touchdowns and 4 field goals on opening drives this year, meaning that there have only been 3 games when they haven't gotten on the board the first time they touched the ball.
Well, so far I'm seeing a lot of activity on that defensive line from the Giants. Michael Strahan, who was telling us at the beginning of the week, he was like, I'm not sure I really cared on Monday if they went 16-0 or not. But the more film we watch and the more we got into this game, the more we wanted to play and thought we could beat them.
Certainly they are not intimidating. They basically said it'd be kind of neat.
They're on their toes tonight.
They say they have not said one word about Tampa Bay, their first-round playoff opponent. Brady completes this one, his 2nd completion of the night to Welker. He goes down in the arms of Kavika Mitchell, but would appear to have enough for another first down, New England.
Tom Brady is just so good at this. He does the little pump fake to get the linebacker to move. As he looks him away, it opens it up for Welker to come in behind him. Just watch Tom. He's going to flinch and give a little pump fake out to the right. The linebacker jumps that. He catches Welker back on the other side.
first down from the 21. They'll stay with Maroney again. Patriots not having much luck on the ground this evening early on. Give them a gain of perhaps 2.
You know, and that sort of has been the ultimate question about this football team is what happens when they get in bad weather like they did in the Ravens game? Can they overcome that? Can they come back and run the football? In the last couple of weeks with Lawrence Maroney, he has gotten that done. We've seen him break off some big runs. He had not had a run of longer than 20 yards all season. Last week, 2 over 50.
Except this is a team that has had a 100-yard rusher in 5 games this year. The previous 2 seasons combined, they only had 3. So one could argue they're actually running it better this year than they have before. Empty backfield. Brady under pressure will still get this one off. It'll fall incomplete. Second time it's been in and out of the hands of Ben Watson. That was Osi Umenyiora coming around the backside and almost getting to Brady.
Osi Umenyiora, I'm not sure how he missed him here. He went for the knock it out of his hand strategy right there. Coming around the edge, he swats at his arm, and Brady somehow, I don't know how in the world he knew he was there, but ducked just as he was swinging at his arm. Just another brilliant play. Talking to Matt Light, he said he's uncanny. He sees those people coming behind him.
3rd and 8. Brady with time throwing end zone, overshoots Randy Moss, incomplete. And this time Belichick will settle for the field goal.
That time the Giants, instead of trying to bring pressure, brought just 3. They went with a zone blitz, brought back one of their defensive linemen into coverage, and Sam Madison's doing a pretty nice job on the outside. Sure, he had double coverage, he had some help over the top, but remember what we were talking about before. They think they're going to try and go to Randy Moss early. They're going to double him all night because they think they want to get that record out of the way, and so far they were right.
Gostowski will try from 37 yards. And with 5:21 to go in the first quarter, he gets the Patriots on the board. They're down by 4 in the Meadowlands. Tonight's aerial coverage is presented by Gillette. Our conditions for tonight in the Meadowlands absolutely perfect for football in a stadium that is notorious for its bad weather and its gusting winds. Winds are barely 8 miles an hour and 45-degree night. It's very pleasant out here. Gostowski kicks it away, and again, this is Dominic Hickson. He'll take it at his 9, and he won't get much. Antoine Spann coming up and stuffing Hickson at the 20. Eli Manning and the Giants will get the ball back. They're leading it 7-3.
Hey, show.
Oh, no. That's ancient history. Manning and the Giants will go to work from the 21. They're leading at 7-3. He'll give to Jacobs. Jacobs cuts it back to the right side, picks up maybe a yard, brings up second down. NFL Network is where football season never ends. It is the network for NFL coaches, players, teams, and football fans too. Remember, log on to iWantNFLNetwork.com to find out how to get your all-access pass to the NFL all year long. That's football 24/7.
I call it the tool. It's my tool for studying the NFL. I love the network, sure. I use it all the time.
Give Jacobs a gain of 1. He'll get it again. And this time he's stopped in the backfield. Junior Seau, the first to get there. A loss of perhaps 3.
Boy, Junior Seau still has this. When he has the opportunity, when he sees you pull that guard, he's going to shoot right through the hole where the guard was, and he still has enough speed to get there. We were talking to Belichick about Junior Seau, and he said, I know he's 38 years old. I know it. Nobody practices with the intensity of this guy. Forget game day. Of course he brings intensity to game day, but nobody brings it to practice like this 38-year-old man does.
18th year now out of USC. What a player he has been. 3rd and long from his own end. Manning with time steps up, completes in and out of the hands of Amani Toomer. That one was right in his breadbasket. And the Giants, that's their 41st drop this year. They lead the league.
And Amani Toomer leads on this team for those drops. So anybody who wants to say anything about Eli Manning, not this time. They clear out with Plexico underneath, right in the breadbasket as you described it. And that is a cold drop on 3rd down. That's like a fumble or an interception.
And so the Giants will be forced to punt. Jeff Fiegels comes on for the first time tonight. Fiegels kicks near sideline. Wes Welker will field it at the 42. Sidesteps one tackler, and he's dropped at the 50. And so with 3:36 to play in our first quarter, Brady and the Patriots come back on the field. It's the Giants leading 7-3.
Brady the play action fake. Back to throw. Has time. Downfield. Randy Moss. Touchdown. And the Patriots are blowing the doors off the New York Jets in this season opener.
That's how the year began for Brady Moss and the Patriots right here in this stadium as they turned back the Jets in week 1, and it's only been upwards since then.
That's when everybody around the league said, oh no, he's back to being Randy Moss. I thought he went somewhere else when he was with the Raiders. They gave him a 4th round draft pick for that.
Brady and company start this drive from midfield. They'll fake it inside to Maroney, and Brady under pressure just throws it away. We get this note from the Giants sidelines. They have lost Kavika Mitchell for the night with a knee injury. And we'll try to get a little bit more of a exact wording on that as the evening goes along. Jarris Wilkinson has checked in for him.
And Kavika Mitchell is coming off of his best game of the year, in the biggest game of the year. He was NFC Defensive Player of the Week last week, had an interception for 20 yards and a touchdown.
Brady will toss to Maroney, and Maroney will be dropped in the backfield. Jarris Wilkinson. Well, how do you do? Right off the bench and right into it.
Well, the Giants are going the way of the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. Wilkinson up there right at the line of scrimmage, right in the A gap between the guard and the center, and they're just sending the second back through. It was Antonio Pierce that went first, and then Wilkinson came right behind him.
And the Patriots having no luck running the ball. Maroney tonight, 4 carries, -2 yards. Third and long as the Patriots have thrown it in reverse on the first 2 downs. Brady will get it off. Umanura with the pressure. Brady under pressure goes down at the 38. And we've got our first flag of the night. There's a flag in the secondary, so hold everything.
While the quarterback was still in the pocket. Illegal contact. Defense number 23. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
They call that one on Corey Webster, the 3rd-year player out of LSU.
And if there has been anybody on this Giants team that's had a tougher year than Corey Webster, I don't know who it is. Here's a young man that was a high draft pick. He's been working hard to make plays, trying to do various things, and he just got his hands on a little too long. Says, I have no idea why they called it, but past 5 yards, they're not going to allow that.
And just like that, Brady gets a new set of downs.
Killer penalty right there.
He'll throw on first down with time. Completing this one. Dante Stallworth was his first catch of the night. He goes down in the arms of James Butler.
But if I had to say there's a storyline to begin this game, this defensive line from the Giants is pushing the offensive line back into Tom Brady. Tom Brady's biggest asset this season has been the ability to step up. When the tackles send the defensive ends wide, he's always been able to step up. But in this game, they're getting a push in the pocket that we haven't seen.
That would be Robbins and Cofield in the middle for the Giants. This one to Welker, and Welker will be pulled out of bounds inside the 20. James Butler got there, and with that catch, Welker now moves into first place in the NFL in receptions, overtaking T.J. Houshmandzadeh. That's his 104th catch of the year.
Well, how about on the outside, Randy Moss throwing a block on this one? Wes Welker out in front. Randy Moss gets the nice roll-up block on Sam Madison, and he's off. That is something we have not seen much of during the brilliant career of Randy Moss.
They don't pay him the block.
He did a little grab hold there, but it worked.
A little bit of leg whip, too.
Wasn't bad.
First and 10 from the 17, and Brady will try Falk inside, and again the Giants stone the running game of the Patriots.
Well, they're trying a little bit of everything. That time there was a brilliant trap by Logan Mankins coming across from his guard position. Of course, Mankins going to the Pro Bowl, and it worked perfectly, and yet still the second layer was there. The linebacker stepping up and making the plays. We're seeing a lot of stunning on the inside. Watch Mankins come across with the trap block. It's perfectly executed, but Michael Strahan just blew through the inside and made the play. Michael Strahan is making a lot of plays tonight, sliding down the line of scrimmage, and that's a good sign for the Giants.
Remember, he's playing opposite Ryan O'Callahan tonight, a second-year player who is filling in for Nick Kazir. Brady barely gets this one off, will throw far side and complete it to Falk. Enough for a first down.
Had to be a completely blown coverage, or they're so afraid of Randy Moss that they're going to ignore everybody else. Randy Moss,
and a Patriot is down on the field.
Ran right down the middle of the field.
That's Moss. Did not see what happened to Randy Moss
at the end of this play. As soon as the ball was released, he was right there, and one of the safeties, I can't tell exactly who it was, just lit him up with a real shot when Randy was sort of letting up at the end of the play. Looks like Jabril Wilson is going to be the guy, the tail end of this thing, and he catches a little helmet-to-helmet contact there right underneath the chin of Randy Moss. And there is no question that part of the game plan tonight, they wanted to rough this guy up. We saw the Eagles do it. The Eagles were allowing him to run as many slants as he wanted in that ball game. And then after about the third or fourth one of the Eagles came up and gave him a big shot. And the feeling is, if you get under his helmet a couple of times with those kind of shots, he's not quite the same guy.
The Ravens did it effectively also.
No question.
And so the connection between the two is Steve Spagnuolo is the defensive coordinator for the Giants, who worked last year on the Philly staff under Johnson. I bet they had some conversations this week.
They did not. I asked the question.
Come on.
Did not. They did not.
Why wouldn't? First and goal for the Patriots. This is Maroney again. He'll get it to the 4-yard line as the time expires in our first quarter. Been a good quarter for the Giants. They're trying to hold off the Patriots, and they're leading this one 7-3 in the Meadowlands. And while the teams changed ends, Randy Moss checked back into the ballgame. Scenes none the worse for wear. Of course, I'm not inside the helmet. Didn't hurt me.
No. Randy's a pretty tough guy. He's seen it all. No man has seen more double coverage in his career, maybe other than Jerry Rice and that guy right there. And Tom Brady talks about it. Said he comes over, he knows more about double coverage than I do. He's seen every kind.
What did he tell us? He's the smartest player he's ever played.
Yeah, he says, I trust him like another quarterback standing over there. He really understands what's going on the field.
This time he'll split Moss wide to the right. Maroney remains in the ball game. Heath Evans is the up back. And Brady will throw for Moss. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, with that, where do you want to start? We got all records breaking here. With that, the Patriots break the league scoring record for a single season, surpassing the '98 Vikings. With that, Brady ties Peyton Manning for the most touchdown throws in a season at 49. And with that, Randy Moss ties Jerry Rice for most touchdown catches in a season with 22.
And with that, Randy Moss got a penalty for excessive celebration. So they did as many with-thats as we've ever seen on one play before.
Well, you know, how often do you get 3 NFL records fall in one play?
That's a lot of with-thats.
And so Gostowski comes on 5 seconds into our second quarter and makes this one a 10-7 ball game. Tom Coughlin had it right. He said they'll want to get Moss out of the way. They'll want to get Brady out of the way. 3 records have fallen, with more to come from the Meadowlands right after this. way. We tried to figure out what Randy Moss did to merit the flag. Inspector Collinsworth, what'd you figure?
Randy Moss didn't do anything, I don't think. Lawrence Maroney came up to him and did the slightest little wiggle of a dance. And I think what they're saying is that it became a group celebration. But that is ticky-tack at best, and referees can't dance. We now know that, but that's what he was saying. Maroney was in front of him doing the dance. It became a group celebration.
And so Gustafsson will have to kick off from his 15. It was worth it to see the official dance. This is Hickson. Hickson breaking past midfield. Hickson with one man to beat. Hickson, touchdown Giants. And suddenly Bill Belichick doesn't think that official dancing was very funny.
No, and as a matter of fact, that becomes a huge penalty at this point, because then they had to kick off from much farther back from their own 15-yard line and create a little forward momentum on this one. And for the Giants, they are determined to make this one a game.
And just like that, the Giants take the lead once again. Second quarter's been full of action, only 16 seconds. We've had 2 touchdowns. The Giants are out in front, 14-10. Good look at Dominic Hickson, the young man who's just taken it 74 yards to the house and put the Giants back out in front. What an eventful year it's been for him. Opening week, you'll recall, he was with the Denver Broncos, and he was the one who collided with Kevin Everett. And Everett was carried off the field, temporarily paralyzed.
And they got together in Buffalo last week when Everett was there at the game, and Dixon made a point to go up into the private boxes, and he said, it's been such a burden on my mind for all this time, and I think it meant a lot to him to be able to at least have a conversation with Kevin.
And Hickson only back there because Ahmad Bradshaw, who usually returns kicks for this club, has a contusion in his calf. This is Hobbs. Hobbs gets back to the 33-yard line. He's dropped there, and the Patriots offense will come on the field. A lot of big ball games coming up tomorrow with playoff implications. Want to take us through them real quick?
I'll do my best. The Saints playing at 1 o'clock have to win to keep their playoff hopes alive. If the Redskins beat the Cowboys, they're in as the 6th seed. If the Redskins lose and the Vikings win playing at the same time, then the Vikings would go. If the Redskins and Vikings both lose and the Saints win, they would go.
There we go.
Haven't even started on the AFC.
Well, the last one there is the key one, the Titans-Colts. If the Titans win, basically they're in. Watson will come in motion this side. Brady changes up now. He'll give to Maroney. And Maroney off the left side gets first down Patriots as he crosses the 45-yard line. Let's go downstairs. Adam Schefter. Adam, what do you got?
Thanks for ending with Marvin Harrison. So now Cleveland must root for Jim Sorgi, who's going to play at least the second half.
All right, Adam, thanks very much. Give Maroney a pickup of 13 on that last play. This one is Falk, and that's the first success New England has had running the ball tonight, our previous play.
Yeah, and believe it or not, the Patriots are using Randy Moss as a blocker in this game. They're rolling the corner to Randy Moss's side and dropping the safety in behind him to try and double him. So now what the Patriots are countering with is this little swing screen of theirs. Randy comes off, makes the block on Madison, and there's nobody there to fill the void.
This time Moss goes to the left, top of the screen, but they'll give it inside. And this is Maroney.
Oh, that was something. We definitely have to show you that.
We got to show that one. Brady may not want us to show it, but you got to see it. They'll swing it far side. Welker, first down Patriots as he crosses the 30. Okay, this is the one Tom Brady would prefer we didn't show, but this is Tom when he came out of college at the Combine.
I can only tell you that I am so happy they didn't videotape my Combine, because it would have been all time and it definitely would have shown up somewhere. But here's Tom Brady, who ended up coming out as a 6th-round draft choice, a complete afterthought. He was telling us last night what he was on an 0-8 freshman team in high school.
Backup.
He was the backup quarterback, so he's come a long way, baby.
As you can see, he's now set a franchise record, going over 4,500 yards passing. This is Maroney, and Maroney will get nothing on the right side. Barry Colefield coming from his tackle position to stone this one.
Yeah, and what's happening is the Giants are chasing plays from the backside and actually getting there. So these stretch plays are going to have to get there just a little bit quicker. You'll see the backside pursuit is actually what catches up here, and the penetration on the front side is forcing the back to go a little deeper so the backside can get there.
Cofield inside has been a real find for the Giants. He was a rookie last year out of Northwestern, played all 16 games. Now in his second year, and the Giants really like him.
And the Patriots are going 2 back sets now because of protection issues.
Welker in the slot. He'll get it wide. Welker, Aaron Ross first to get there. Aaron Ross with the tackle.
Great hustle play that time by Aaron Ross. He misses the first time on the bubble screen. They're coming back with this same play time after time. This time Ross with man coverage on the inside, sees it, flies out there, misses the tackle on Welker initially, but it takes Welker long enough to get back to his feet. He can come back. Good hustle play. Good young player right there in Aaron Ross.
Heady play, rookie out of Texas. It'll leave the Patriots with 3rd and long from the 32.
They look like they're in a 2-man coverage here where they're going to try and play bump and run underneath.
Brady gets it off, throws this side, and completes it to Kevin Falk, but way short of the first down marker. Reggie Torbor was the first to get there, and so Gostowski will come on for the second time tonight with a field goal attempt.
Well, Torbor was about 10 yards off, and so I think Brady was thinking, let me get it out here to Falk in the open field, see if he can break a tackle and make a move. But Torbor made a nice tackle, and field goal team has to come on.
As you can see, Gostowski has made good from 37. This one will be from 46 yards out. And it's true. And the Patriots have now pulled to within 1 of the Giants. It's 14-13 in the Meadowlands. We're seeing, it seems funny to think that the big question all week was, would the Giants play their regulars?
And you know, you wonder, did it factor into the Patriots' minds? Were they thinking, they're not going to play these guys. They may play a half, they may do whatever, and all of a sudden the Giants are out here like it's the Super Bowl.
Gostowski kicks this one away, and this is Hickson, the man who took the last one back 74 yards for a touchdown. He'll get much less this time as he's brought down to the 30. The Patriots bandwagon is a pretty popular place right now, but I'm happy to say my partner was on it fairly early on.
To be perfectly honest, I think they're the best team I've ever seen. I know it's still early right now, but you would have to say that this football team, they just have so many different ways to beat you. I think this is a frightening-looking team.
My favorite part of that is Bob Costas going soprano on me. What? You wanted no part of that one.
Manning will start from the 30, and Manning will complete this one to Kevin Boss. And Boss makes his way past the 45. Boss is now their receiving tight end, now that Shockey is gone for the year with a broken leg.
And they really like him. They think that he is a tremendous receiver. He's come up big when he's had his opportunities. And when you go first down play action for Eli Manning, I mean, let's face it, the Giants are known as a running football team. They go first down play action, the linebackers bite on it, and it was just no problem at all for Kevin Boss to get in behind him.
Manning said the Boss has done a decent job. What they lose with Shockey is the chance for a mismatch that they would have had. The Boss has done an admirable job as their receiving tight end. Michael Matthews, who's a bigger guy and a better blocker, is their blocking tight end.
And this is a fierce battle going on up front right now. I really enjoy watching the defensive front and the offensive line going at it here. Richard Seymour, Vince Wilfork, Ty Warren, some of the absolute best players in the National Football League. And when you're in a 3-4 defense, these guys don't get a lot of credit because they have to play 2 gaps. They play inside and outside. They don't get to come after the quarterback, but these are 3 of the very best.
Jacobs remains the deep back. He'll get it. Right side. Cut down by Teddy Bruschi, who remains the heart and soul of this defense. Bruschi now in his 12th year out of Arizona, the leading tackler on the Patriots ball club.
Teddy Bruschi with a spectacular play Madison Hedgecock, the fullback, is coming down on him and gets good position, kicks him out, and Brewski does a little shoulder under and peel back, and what's the Matrix, that kind of a move. You know, he did that whole thing and came back in and made the play. Not bad for an old guy.
A Keanu Reeves reference.
Yes, sir. That looked good.
Third down for Manning and the Giants. He'll fake to Jacobs inside. Manning throwing over the middle, incomplete, was going for Kevin Boss. Rodney Harrison defending on the play.
And here's the difference, because if Jeremy Shockey's in the game at this point, you have a chance when you get one-on-one coverage against Rodney Harrison, number 37, right there, physical at the line of scrimmage. But Harrison just all over that one. He didn't go for any of the fakes. This guy's been around a long time. I don't know that all the players in the National Football League like him, because he's kind of one of those laid after the pile, hitch it around kind of guys. But he is a tremendous asset on this team.
And he's a guy who has bad memories of the season ender last year. Remember against Tennessee in the final game of the season, he had a knee injury and was lost for the playoffs. Feagles will kick this one into the end zone, and so the Patriots will bring it out and start from their 20 on what has been a very hard-hitting affair here in the Meadowlands on a Saturday night, and a surprising affair too. It's the Giants on top on the scoreboard, 14-13 over the undefeated Patriots. Now replay is kind of like your Cribs notes, isn't it?
I like that. Well, you know, they take the game and they chop it up, and so it's about an hour and a half, whatever, but they put in comments from the players after the game about what happened, so you really get some inside stuff.
There you go. About halfway through our second quarter here in the Meadowlands, and surprisingly, the Patriots are on the bottom end of a 14-13 score. This is Maroney. And Maroney would seem to have enough for a Patriots first down, finding room off the right side before going down in the arms of Jabril Wilson.
They're actually now beginning to let Fred Robbins come upfield and actually use his own momentum against him. He's charging up the field, and all the penetration we were talking about before and pushing the pocket. Now in the running game, they're letting him go in the gap and just letting him slide, and they're running off tackle in behind him.
I don't know, this is strange. Heath Evans is their fullback, has checked in the ball game, and he's split to the top of your screen. Brady will throw the other side and complete to Randy Moss, and he'll get close to the first down marker, perhaps 2 yards short. Wilson again with the stop.
That time R.W. McQuarters coming on a slot blitz, and Tom Brady and Randy Moss have only seen about 300,000 of these coming right in off the slot, and they pick it up pretty easily, and nice game.
This time Moss is wide to the top of the screen. Maroney is the lone back, and Maroney will get it. Maroney will have enough for another New England first down. Wilson makes his third straight tackle, and that's not good when your safety is making the tackle.
No. Dan Cope in the center that time, staying on his block, really was the difference maker on that one. And you're starting to see Lawrence Maroney running downhill better. You know, you don't want to see young backs with too many shake and bake kind of moves out there. And there's the young signal caller right there who has made such a difference, Josh McDaniels.
He came into our room yesterday. I thought he was a kid who was bringing the coffee. He looked like he was 15.
It's truly remarkable. At age 28, he was calling plays for the world champion Patriots, and we asked him about it, and he said, "No, Bill Belichick said I was ready, so I must be ready." He said, "If that man tells me something, I believe it, and if he believes it, then I'm going to believe it." And he's done a fantastic job. Tom Brady absolutely loves the relationship that he has with him, and he's truly calling the plays.
And it's Tom Brady who has 9 straight completions right now.
Antonio Pierce checking out of what looked like a blitz. They're going back into a zone now.
Brady with time, make it 10 straight to Welker. And that time Pierce drags him down. Would appear to be just shy of the first down marker. Will leave the Patriots with the third down.
You know, so much of this offense is on Tom Brady. There's just no way around it. When you take all your blocking backs, all your tight ends, and say, "You guys get out of here. Let me read it. Let me make plays." That's all the quarterback then.
They go to a tight formation. Heath Evans is the up back. Maroney is deep. Evans will get it, and he'll get the first down.
Just a little surprise run right up the gut behind Dan Copen going to the Pro Bowl this season. You pay so much attention to the tailbacks in this Patriots offense, and all of a sudden you turn around, slip it into the fullback, and nobody sees it.
I want to welcome you who are joining us on NFL.com and NFL Mobile. Welcome to NFL Network Saturday Night Football. Remember, you can log on now to NFL.com live for enhanced coverage of tonight's historic game. Brady looking deep, throwing far side, and completing this one to Watson. He goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Make it 11 straight for Brady.
That's the power of having Randy Moss on your football team. He goes to the post corner route, 2 guys run with him, and absolutely nobody goes with Watson out to the flat. I mean, this is one of those, and this was the best protection we've seen so far. Tom Brady had time to step up and make the play, but as Moss goes down the field, everybody chases him, including Sam Madison. That's pretty easy.
Call it a pickup of 21. First down, Patriots from the 25.
Brady got him with the snap count again. They showed their blitz, and now they're going to have to back out of it.
And with that, the Patriots will use their first timeout of the half. They've still got 2 left. They're trailing by a point with 3:31 to go in the Meadowlands. Sign up today at NFL.com Playoff Challenge.
We all know that about you.
Thank you. Brady and the Patriots on a roll. They'll give it to Maroney, and Maroney will get 4 off the right side. Michael Strahan coming up to make the stop. What was it Strahan told us? This is a guy he feels fresher this year for having missed training camp. We asked him about coming back. He said, well, maybe if there are, what do you call them, concessions?
A few concessions might have to be made. He reads the newspapers. He knows a lot of veteran players aren't practicing on Wednesdays, and training camp is certainly not his favorite thing. So if, in fact, Tom Coughlin, who is an old school guy, is willing to give him some training camp time off, maybe not practice every single day, I think he'd like to come back.
Make it 12 straight for Brady. Dante Stallworth has this one, but is dropped after a short pickup. Aaron Ross playing well tonight.
Yeah, he sure is, and that's exactly what they need, because they really haven't gotten everything out of Corey Webster that they were hoping for. Sam Madison, another guy who's getting a little older, who's been playing awfully well. But this is a team that in need of corner play to improve.
3rd and 4, big down for the Giants.
Completely spread, empty backfield here, 5 out.
Brady has Welker to his right, Moss to his left. He barely gets it off. Brady with time, end zone. Knocked away from Randy Moss. Jarris Wilkinson would seem to be the linebacker who got a hand on that one.
Oh my gosh, what a mismatch they had there. They had Wilkinson playing 2-man. He had Randy Moss in the underneath coverage, safety over the top, and Wilkinson got there. It hit him right in the back of the head.
I said hand, I meant head.
Well, you know, you're close. You're just a couple letters off there, but, you know, a header and a beauty. And I don't think Tom Brady can believe it. He said, I've got Randy Moss on a linebacker, and we don't score a touchdown?
And so Gostowski is on this attempt from 37. Gostowski 3 for 3 on the night. And with that, we've hit the 2-minute warning, and the Patriots have assumed the lead. They're out in front 16-14. Well, folks were wondering if the Giants were going to play, if the starters were going to play, if it was just going to be reserves, if anybody was going to care. We got ourselves a ball game in the Meadowlands. It's 16-14. They
are playing their guts out here defensively, but right now this defense needs to get off the field for a little while. So far, time of possession 19:45 for the Pats, and for the Giants 8:16. The Patriots have run 36 plays so far to just 14 for the Giants. Of course, the kickoff return such a big part of that, but that starts to build on itself in the second half.
Gostowski puts the foot in this one. This is Hickson. He is the one that took it back to the house, 74 yards to a touchdown. And Hickson will bring this one to the 27-yard line before he's dropped. We have a flag on the field. Let's wait right here.
During the return, holding receiving team number 43, 10-yard penalty to retain possession, first down.
So that'll back the Giants up a bit. Let's go on downstairs. Rich Eisen. Rich?
Show, Brian.
All right, Rich, thanks very much. We'll be watching for you sweating there as that barn raising takes place. The Giants move back now to the 15-yard line.
That was really a big penalty because now it really changes your philosophy down here. Well, maybe it doesn't. They're going to take their shot.
Manning off balance as he threw that one, tried to get it out to Toomer. As you can see, it came up short. I'm surprised the Giants have not run the ball more effectively tonight. 7 carries, just 7 yards for Brandon Jacobs.
Yeah, and that is what they do. But remember what Bill Belichick will do to a Kevin Gilbride. His philosophy is, what do you do best? We are going to take that away. So essentially they are now saying, Eli Manning, beat us. Beat us if you can.
Manning this time sends Plaxico Burress to the left, where he's lined up opposite Ellis Hobbs. Manning looking the other way. Manning with time. Manning flush this side. Throwing and completing Kevin Boss. First down, Giants.
But that is not good. That's Sean O'Hara, the center. And if you're Tom Coughlin, that's what you can't afford to see in this so-called meaningless football game. Yes, your quarterback just made a great play, something you've been waiting to see. But if Sean O'Hara now has any kind of injury that impacts the playoff game next week, now you have problems.
O'Hara making his 92nd consecutive start tonight, so he's been a durable performer. 8-year man out of Rutgers. Hard to tell exactly what happened to him there.
Looked like his own guy sort of got underneath him.
Watch in the middle, O'Hara is 60.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's exactly, it's David Deal that was pushed back into him, and as O'Hara had his leg planted, and that's
not unlike the way Shockey got his broken leg against the Redskins.
They have had an awful run of injuries here with the New York Giants, and I don't know if football fans truly understand the significance of the offensive lineman in the NFL, and in particular the center position. This is the guy that makes all the calls. In other words, the quarterback will come up, put you in a certain front, make a couple of calls, maybe check where the back's going to go, but it is the center more often than not that directs the offensive line. And so he is essentially the quarterback of those guys up front. And when you're talking about having to change out that position, that's significant.
And as you can see, Gray Rugemer is ready to come in. We'll come back and check O'Hara's condition right after this. You can see Sean O'Hara making his way very gingerly to the sidelines. I would suspect it's the last we'll see of him this season.
Well, you never know. I mean, this one's down close, and you just never know.
You think they would bring him back in a game that doesn't impact them one way or the other?
I didn't think they'd be playing like this in the first half, so what do I know? That was a charge timeout, though. Injury timeout inside of 2 minutes. Charge timeout for the Giants. They're down to 1.
So Gray Rugemer has replaced O'Hara. Rugemer's a veteran himself. 9 years out of Arizona State. Manning to Toomer. He hangs on this time, crossing midfield to the 44-yard line.
Tremendous protection inside. They brought 4. And Eli is able to stand there. We're not seeing him fading away from throws tonight. He's stepping up and making good throws.
Giants still with plenty of time. As you can see, 1:17 to play, and they still have 1 timeout. Manning with time again completes to Jacobs. And Jacobs barreling his way across the 30 to the 26-yard line. First down, Giants.
That time the Patriots bring 6 on the blitz, maybe 5 on the blitz. Eli stands in, finds the hot read. Junior Seau in the man protection was trying to play a little game, making Eli think he was coming, and then backed out late.
We've moved inside of a minute. Manning will throw again. This is Boss again. And Boss this time with an 8-yard pickup. Boss tonight 3 catches, 48 yards. And we've got a little skirmish in the Giants backfield. That's Jacobs and Seau.
Timeout, New York. Their third and final.
That's the Giants' last timeout of the half. And it looked like Coughlin is a little bit wondering about why it's charged to the Giants.
I'm not thinking he was wanting to call it, but when the skirmish was going on, obviously the clock's ticking at that point. And what are you going to do? And Brandon Jacobs and Junior Seau are going at it. Remember, Jacobs made the move, caught the ball the last time. My guess is this time he had to get some pass protection on him, and he came up and gave him a good shot. But for Junior Seau, nothing else. He milked a little time off the clock. But for Eli, this is the best I've seen him so far.
Here's what just happened.
Oh, he poked him right in the eye.
Well, Wilfork did.
Yeah, Vince Wilfork, right. Vince Wilfork reached over and stuck his finger inside the face mask. You know,
looked like a Mole Larry Curly deal.
I'm going to tell you, if the referees had seen that one, I think it would have been.
The defense was holding the runner down. That's a delay of the game. Defense, number 55, 5-yard penalty. The enforcement result in a first down.
More to come. Hold the line. Wilfork was not tagged for the fingers in the eye, but for holding the runner down.
New York will not be charged with a team timeout.
Okay, so Coughlin did have a right to complain. He didn't call.
Well, the penalty is what took away the timeout. So that penalty not only significant from the yardage gain, but also the timeout recouped. And that was, for Vince Wilfork, that's pretty nasty right there. I mean, he clearly was trying to take his fingers inside the face mask and poke his eye. Now, that's one I'm sure the league's going to take a look at. Unfortunately, the officials didn't happen to see that one with all the other activity going on out there, but that should have been 15 yards against the Patriots. Right there, there's no question of the intent.
Yeah, but that one doesn't look like an intent to injure. That looks like an intent to annoy.
That looks like an intent to stick your finger in his eye, and that should have been 15 yards, and that could have even been a potential ejection, which would have been devastating for the Patriots.
So the Giants,
very lucky.
I'm sorry, the Giants get their timeout back. Remember, the Giants lost the timeout on a bad challenge just a minute and a half into this ball game on their very first drive.
Let's give Brandon Jacobs a little credit for not retaliating. That happens so much in the NFL. Somebody does something like that to you, you take a swing, and all of a sudden they throw you out of the game. So he held his head about him and walked away.
Okay, order has been restored. Let's reset.
This is a good-looking drive by Eli Manning, isn't it?
First down, Giants. 31 seconds left in our first half. Patriots out in front 16-14. Giants still have one timeout. Manning with time. Manning scrambling to his left. Manning to the 4. First down, Giants. And this time, he does signal for the timeout.
Well, you're talking about, for Eli Manning, this is when I think he's at his best. When you talk to the Giants coaches about him, they say he knows how to play the position. He knows all the checks. He knows all the calls. He knows intellectually how to play the game. What he has quit doing is playing football. He needs to just go back now, rely on his instincts. He understands the game, and just play football.
You say he's quit doing it. Why?
You know, I think that sometimes he can become so mechanical in trying to get everything right on the football field that he forgets he's a football player. And what they have worked with him relentlessly on is trust your instincts. Trust what you're seeing. Just go out and make plays. And when he gets in the 2-minute offense, more often than not, he looks better than he does when they're in the set-off.
In fairness to him, they also said that his problem is he hesitates sometimes too much, and that's understandable because he and Burris have rarely worked together in practice all year long. And as they said, Shockey sometimes did his own thing on the field.
And Shockey's gone, and Tiki Barber, who is his easy weapon on the outside. But this has been really impressive. This is a signature drive so far by Eli Manning.
Manning has Jacobs to his left. He sends Hedgecock in motion. Manning throwing this side, incomplete. Was going for Plaxico Burris. He was covered by Ellis Hobbs, and Burris didn't think much of the non-call.
Well, I think Burris thought Hobbs grabbed him and pulled him down, and he said, the heck with that, what was that?
The fans don't care much for it either, as it's shown on the Jumbotron here.
Try to go back shoulder. I think that's kind of both ways. I thought Plaxico got away with a little push off, and maybe Ellis Hobbs pulled him down, and two guys playing football. I think it's a good no call.
Second and goal. Giants out of timeout. 18 seconds, and the Patriots will call a timeout. Their second of the half. And so Manning will go to the sidelines to talk it over with offensive coordinator Kevin Gilbride and head coach Tom Coughlin. Remember, every playoff game will be re-aired.
Whatever.
Can't make
but
it
when
back.
you see guys playing in a meaningless game like this, it has to impress you about the character of these guys.
Patriots in a dogfight in the Meadowlands. They're leading by 2. Manning. Boss. Touchdown Giants. Kevin Boss. This one's going against the Patriots. It'll be waved off. Kevin Boss, rookie out of Western Oregon. Big night, 4 catches, 50 yards, and now a touchdown to put the Giants out in front of the Patriots.
That was all about the poise of Eli Manning. They only rushed 3, so instead of panicking down there, he realized with only rushing 3, he had time, and Boss was able to work his way open.
Lawrence Tynes punctuates the score, and with that, with just 13 seconds to play in the first half in the Meadowlands, the New York Giants are out in front of the unbeaten New England Patriots, 21-16. And here was Manning, as you noted, with time, showing some poise.
Yeah, he really did. As they stepped up, Rugemer and Seibert and all those guys up front just simply took care of the pocket. There was nobody there in his face. I thought Eli might take off and run. And Rodney Harrison thought he had an interception. He tried to jump in front of it. But because of the extra time that Eli had, it gave Boss a chance to work around the backside of it. That was impressive. That was a signature drive for Eli Manning. That is sort of the other Manning kind of a drive. And I give Kevin Gilbride a lot of credit on that one. After they got the penalty and they marched back inside their own 20-yard line, I was thinking, they're probably going to try and just run out the clock. They didn't. They were aggressive. They go the length of the field. Tremendous signature drive by the Giants.
Our 4th lead change of the ball game has resulted in 21 points for the Giants. And you saw the graphic. That's the most points the Patriots have allowed in the first half this year. For the record, they have trailed in 6 of their ball games this year, so they do know how to come from behind. They're only down by 5. We've got a lot of football to play in the Meadowlands. Lawrence Tynes will kick this one away. Wes Welker is back, and he'll grab it at the 5. Welker knocked back at the 24-yard line. Reggie Torbor was the tackler, the first one there. Here's the teams that made it a long ways before they returned back. The Bears were 12-0 before the Dolphins ended their dream. Here in the Meadowlands in 1998, the Broncos came in at 13-0, and the Giants turned them back. And then just 2 years ago, remember, the Colts started out 13-0, and it was the San Diego Chargers who went into Indianapolis and ended their hopes of a perfect season.
Well, this has gotten really interesting now.
The fans love it here in the Meadowlands, and why not? They're Giants with nothing to play for, with their position in the postseason already secured. With no
last 9 trips inside the red zone, all of a sudden they didn't allow any touchdowns. But tonight, 2 for 2 for the Giants, and that's really been the difference because the Patriots have been kicking field goals.
Another difference has been that Eli Manning has basically matched the output of Tom Brady. Only difference of 3 yards right there. Manning has played well this evening. Third down conversions pretty even. Patriots dominated the clock, but not on the scoreboard. If you're Belichick, what did you say at halftime?
He said, trust in Tom. This team has seen Tom Brady when they have struggled against the Ravens and against the Eagles. You put the ball in his hands, you spread people out, and you let him take over the football game. He's done it in the past, and I guarantee he's going to get a chance to do it here in the second half.
We have a second half of football. It promises to be a good one. Tynes gets it underway. He'll boom this one to the end zone, drives Falk back, and he'll take a knee. And Brady and the Patriots will come out and start from the 20. Some individual performances tonight. Eli Manning, as we've noted, has played very, very well. Dominic Hickson, of course, with the long kickoff return for a touchdown. That was the big play for the Giants. Of those 17 completions for Brady, 11 of them were consecutive. And of course, Randy Moss has a touchdown to tie the season record set by Jerry Rice, his 22nd touchdown catch of the year.
And now the New York Giants defensively get to come get Tom Brady. They're going to come out and not go shotgun early on. Maybe they're going to try and get back to the running game here.
He sends Welker to the slot. He's got Moss to his right, split wide. Moss is opposite Madison. And Brady looks for Moss. Inside, he throws to Watson, and Watson is upended as Madison came off and made the stop.
Yeah, Tom Brady was thinking that Sam Madison was in some kind of double coverage that time against Randy Moss, and he wasn't. He simply let Moss go, and Watson came out, and that's fun for a defensive player when the guy is coming right at you and the ball hasn't been thrown yet. He's like, okay, I don't care how big that guy is. I get a free shot here.
And if you were wondering if any of the Giants were going to rest in the second half, they have their entire starting unit on defense out there, with the exception of Kavika Mitchell, who has a knee injury, and Jarris Wilkinson remains in the ball game for him. And the Patriots finding the middle tough to run against. Reggie Torbor making the stop on Lawrence Maroney, and it'll be 3rd and long for the Patriots.
Yeah, the other guy inside that's really making a difference, Justin Tuck, has just been too quick for the centers and the guards. They moved him down inside there. And don't forget now, 2 of the offensive linemen, 2 of the starters for this Patriots team on that right side, not in there. And I think that quickness is really making a difference.
That would be Hochstein and O'Callahan that are in the ball game on the right side, playing for Neal and Nick Kaiser.
When they're moving all around pre-snap, they're not letting those guys make their calls.
Brady gets it off. Brady for Moss. Caught. They're waving it off. They're saying hit the turf. That was Reggie Torbor who got there to Brady. Brady barely eluding the grasp of Torbor and getting that one off, and just couldn't put anything behind it. Came up about a foot short. Otherwise, Moss hauls that one in.
One of the problems you have when you have new offensive linemen in there, just getting all the checks, all the protection. That was a sick play that time by Tom Brady. Randy Moss should have made that catch, or at least had an opportunity to, after Tom Brady was just under siege.
Patriots first 3 and out of the night. Hansen punts this one away. That's R.W. McQuarters not getting much. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. So the Patriots on their first foray go 3 and out. We'll see what the Giants can do right after this. Second half find themselves leading 21-16 as the Giants defense forced a 3 and out.
And Matt Light blew that protection on that last play, and he's hearing about it on the sideline.
This is Toomer in motion. Jacobs will get the call. Jacobs right side for a gain of 4. What was it Antonio Pierce said this week? His exact quote of Tom Brady. He said he walks around like he's Prince Charles, like he's the golden boy, like he's not supposed to get hit. Well, he's gotten hit tonight, and he's gotten pressure all night long from a Giants front 7 that has brought it.
Yeah, Prince Charles getting crowned tonight, isn't he?
The funny thing is, Pierce said he meant it as a compliment. I don't know how that's a compliment, but he said he walks around like he's Prince Charles, like he's the golden boy. Meant it as a compliment. Okay.
He kind of is Prince Charles, isn't he?
Well, I guess.
He's got a lot going for him.
He did look great when he came in last night, didn't he? This is Jacobs again. Jacobs, first down Giants, runs over Rodney Harrison as he gets to the 40. Give Madison Hedgecock big props for a block in front of Jacobs.
You call it right on the button. Their fullback, Madison Hedgecock, who they call the unsung hero on this football team. He was cut by the Rams this season, and they said they just desperately needed a lead fullback. That time you see him just come in and take out Mike Vrabel. When you get a fullback and make that block, it'll work all day long. They were thrilled to pick him up.
Longest run of the night for the Giants. Pickup of 16 for Jacobs. Manning looks left, throws right, low for Toomer. Complete to the 35-yard line.
Maybe the best play of the night by Eli, because he looked left for a quick throw to Burris. Adalys Thomas ran right underneath it, and he had the presence of mind to pull it down and go back the other side. A lot of times you don't have the time to go back and do that, but by not throwing that ball, a huge play by Eli Manning.
pickup of 5. You get a look at Kevin Gilbride. He's the man calling the plays on the Giants sideline. Remember, it was just a year ago that he took over as the offensive coordinator for this ball club. Jacobs, first down Giants. Jacobs in the arms of Seymour to the 20.
Huge block that time by Kareem McKenzie. The hardest thing in the world for an offensive lineman is to get up on the second level and pin those linebackers. That time McKenzie got the inside linebacker completely pinned down inside. Good blocking on the edge. And look at the big 260-pound guy just nimbly jumping over defenders.
Don't let Rodney Harrison.
Don't let the Giants get this running game going now.
That time a pickup of 15. Jacobs on this drive, 3 carries, 35 yards. Suddenly that running game is working. Manning flush this time to his right, completes to Jacobs, and it's Vrabel the first to get there. Drops him after a gain of 2.
Have you seen Eli look more comfortable than he does tonight?
No.
I mean, even when he's getting pressure, that time clearly he was getting pressure from the left side. He very comfortably just sort of drifted out, found the guy. It's a nothing gain. It's a 2-yard gain, but it's a poised quarterback. And so you're saying, okay, the pressure isn't getting there. Maybe now we change strategy. Maybe now we go back and try and cover.
And don't forget, Manning is a guy the last 5 weeks. This is a guy who's thrown 8 interceptions and lost 4 fumbles. Reuben Drones is checked in the ball game for Jacobs, and that's Drones getting the carry and not getting back to the line of scrimmage. Richard Seymour was the first to get there.
Well, Richard Seymour was out for so much of this season, and when he gets back in the lineup, he is just a huge difference maker. That time he stunted down inside and ran right into that play, but on second down, that's huge. Now you open up a whole bunch of possibilities defensively. You can try and blitz, force them to throw a hot read, and still tackle them before they pick up the first down. But the Patriots have to get off the field in the red zone now. 2 for 2 the Giants are once they get inside the 20.
You see 3rd and 9 from the 19. Manning rolling right. Manning with time into the end zone. Touchdown Giants. Burris. And just like that, the Giants have opened up an 11-point lead and are about to make it 12.
Great call by Kevin Gilbride again. He anticipated the pressure. And let's see, did Plexico get both feet down?
Yep.
Sure does look like he did. Rodney Harrison that time jumped the underneath route and allowed Burris to get in behind.
9:12 to play in the 3rd quarter. The Giants are out in front 28-16. The Patriots facing their largest deficit of the season.
It was Asante Samuel, not Rodney Harrison, who jumped this route. Samuel has made so many big plays in his career, taking chances and getting himself out of position. There, he tried to jump the underneath route. He left the deep one open. Touchdown Giants.
He did exactly what Toomer warned us about yesterday in our meeting. He said, Asante's good, but he tries to do his own thing sometimes.
And so what do you do as an offensive team? You bait him with receivers underneath, that time Amani Toomer.
This is Falk, 2 yards deep in his end zone. Falk bringing it back short of the 30, brought down at the 27-yard line. And so Tom Brady will have to come on and try to match Eli Manning, who has just taken his team 60 yards in 7 plays for a 28-16 lead.
First and 10 at the Colt 13, direct snap to Brady. Fires down the middle, it's caught by Falk. He drives it in! Touchdown! Tom Brady to Kevin Falk. He ran it in from 13 yards, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
That was back in week 9 when the Patriots turned back the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Back then, the Patriots faced their largest deficit of the season. They were 10 down and came on to win. Tonight, they are trailing the Giants by 12 with 9:06 to play in the 3rd. This is Falk, and Falk is brought down. Jarris Wilkinson. Wilkinson playing for Kavika Mitchell, who was forced to the sidelines with a knee, has played well in his stead.
Boy, Wilkinson's speed is just making all the difference in the world. He's just running through the backside of these plays. He's not even really supposed to be blocked. There's no way the tackle is going to get there. And his speed has just awakened this defense in the same way that Justin Tuck has playing the defensive tackle position.
That was Ryan O'Callahan who tried to get to him, but he's just not going to move that big body fast enough to make that block. Loss of 2 on the play, and the Giant fans are into it. Brady with time swings at this side. That's Falk. And he doesn't get much. Antonio Pierce drags him down.
Good coverage on the outside by Pierce. You get in some man situations. If your linebackers can cover the running backs out of the backfield, which is a very difficult proposition, it allows you to double the wideouts. So now you're taking away Moss, you're taking away Stallworth, and we haven't seen a whole lot of Wes Welker out here tonight either.
Welker has 4 catches on the night, but all of them were early. I take that back, make it 6 catches. But all were early. We have not seen much of Welker. He's slot left. Moss is wide right. Brady with time, throwing for Watson. Caught, first down, Patriots.
Well, Brady's getting a few shots that he hasn't taken many of throughout the course of this evening, and that was the plan for the Giants. They have to get contact on him. Even if they don't get sacks, they want to put him on his back. But Tom Brady is an absolute stud. He's standing in there to the very last second. He had to. That allowed Watson to get open down the field. And that little combination, as they double those outside receivers, Watson's been open in the flat almost all the time.
Pick up a 15 on 3rd and 8. New set of downs for Brady and the Pats.
Patriots really need a drive here.
He barely gets this one off. Brady completing to Welker. Welker to the 30, across the 30 to the 28-yard line. Jabril Wilson with the stop.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time Kevin Falk picked up Aaron Ross in a blitz, and they just had nobody in the vacated zone where he came out of. You'll see up in the top of your screen, he comes off the slot receiver, and then the defender in behind him apparently didn't get the call on that one because he came running up into the flat and just left nobody on Wes Welker.
Pickup of 28, first down, Patriots. At the 29-yard line. Brady with pressure from Umanura, completes to Welker. Far sideline. Short of the first down marker. Pickup of 5. That was Umanura who got there, beating Light on the outside.
Now Matt Light's having a tough time with Umanura coming around the corner. And as a quarterback, you have a thing they call the clock in your head. And the clock for Tom Brady is getting a little quicker now. All season long, he's been able to stand there, step up. Tonight, the Giants using so much of the game plan that we saw from the Philadelphia Eagles. Attacking, attacking, attacking. Not caring that they're hitting some of these shots because they're hitting Tom Brady.
Give him a pickup of 4 on that completion to Welker. Welker this time comes in motion to the bottom of your screen. It's Welker. Welker, first down, Patriots. As he gets to the 16-yard line. Broke the tackle of Aaron Ross for the first down.
Well, once again, now we're seeing Ben Watson out on the outside. They're splitting their tight end Ben Watson out. So now they're throwing that little quick screen out there, but instead of having a wide receiver out blocking, now you've got your big tight end, and that's what created the running lane.
Patriots needed a big drive, and so far they've gotten it. As we move up to the 5-minute mark in this third quarter. Giants out in front, 28-16. Patriots trying to complete the first undefeated regular season in the NFL in 35 years. Maroney has stood up in the hole. That one looked ugly.
Lawrence Maroney was dancing with the stars there. I'm not sure exactly what he was waiting for, but he just kind of dancing around. Maybe you saw Uzi Umanura in there. I probably dance a little bit too. But here we go. The difference in the ball game is the Giants scoring touchdowns in the red zone and the Pats kicking field goals. We'll see how this one goes.
They've settled for 3 field goals tonight. Brady gets whacked in the head, throws into the end zone, incomplete. We've got a flag. He was going for Moss, but Wilkinson was there. And this time, he got flagged.
Yeah, same exact coverage where he had the last one bounce off his helmet. Wilkinson was there. All he had to do is turn his head around. He might have gotten an interception.
Pass interference. Defense number 59. Automatic. First down.
That was Michael Strahan who applied the pressure and actually gave Brady a whack to the head.
Yeah, but you cannot live all night with Jarris Wilkinson on the outside covering Randy Moss. Really, he's right there. He's got it. He's in perfect position. But at some point, you've got to turn your head around and make the play. He's just trying to do the old face guard. Now, that's not a penalty the way he's doing it. But once you make contact as he's going back and trying to make the catch, easy call.
So first and goal for the 1. Maroney is the deep back. The up back is Evans. Patriots in tight formation. Brady will throw. Throwing for Vrabel, but overthrowing him. He was open.
Well, Vrabel, a high school tight end, has caught so many balls, usually for touchdowns, and he had a chance. I actually thought that was a pretty good throw that time by Tom Brady.
And now we get a late flag.
It's Vrabel coming over looking like he's going to block. And I couldn't tell whether or not Pierce was able to get a hand on that one or not.
Let's see what this flag is. This one came up long after the play.
Illegal formation. Offense now lined up in the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty is still first down.
Well, that's just what the Patriots didn't need. So they'll be pushed back to the 6-yard line. Vrabel is pleading his case, but that's going to fall on deaf ears.
They're calling not enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
Let's take a look. Well, that I don't get.
1, 2, 3, 4 in the backfield, unless the right side of that offensive line is off the ball. But oh, that's
woo. I didn't see that. But first and goal from the 6 it is. Moss comes in motion this side. Brady will give to Maroney. Maroney, touchdown Patriots. Aaron Ross was there, but Maroney broke the tackle. And just like that, the Patriots have answered the drive of Eli Manning and the Giants and closed to within 1 score.
One of the real assets on this football team is having a guy like Wes Welker on the outside that can come in and make blocks like that. He is one of the unsung heroes of the National Football League. When I watched the Indianapolis tape earlier this season, some of his blocks were absolutely devastating. And as much as they go that spread formation, they have to have somebody from the wide receiver position to make blocks. Welker's been tremendous.
Hold the champagne in Miami. It's not over yet. 28-23 Giants. 28-23 with 4 minutes to play. Gostowski kicks this one away. This is Hickson moving up to the 12-yard line to field it. Hickson slipping a tackle. Hickson to the outside. Knocked down at the 40-yard line. And so Manning and the Giants will come out and operate with good field position. They're leading by 5. And doing a good job of it so far. Inside 4 minutes to play in the third quarter, they're leading the unbeaten Patriots 28-23. As Manning tries to screen this side, Brandon Jacobs can't find the handle. It falls incomplete.
Boy, I tell you, that is a huge drop right there by Brandon Jacobs. They had the perfect call on. They caught the Patriots in a safety blitz. Rodney Harrison coming up through the gap. They have a screen pass called away. This is looking like a monster play here, and he drops the football. That's tough.
Jacobs remains in the backfield with Hedgecock as lead blocker. Manning will throw and complete. Toomer short of the first down marker. Give him a pickup of perhaps 7.
Well, we know what Bill Belichick likes to do. He likes to take away your best weapon, and that time Plexico Burress got a full face full of Adalys Thomas on the outside. He came running out to the outside and just drilled him coming off the line of scrimmage. I don't think Plexico really saw it.
Big down for Manning and the Giants. There's lots of time, but don't forget the Patriots just answered their scoring drive with one of their own. This offense has to stay on the field. Manning completing. Toomer, first down Giants into Patriot territory. This offensive line of the Giants has played well all night. They have kept their man upright, and he's delivering.
A little combination route here. Plexico Burris is going to be the clear guy, taking Asante Samuel in man coverage underneath and opening it up on the outside. You saw Junior Seau come on like a read blitz. If Brandon Jacobs goes out of the backfield, he's got to go with him, but he was able to get a little pressure inside even with the coverage.
Pick up off 10 on what was 3rd and 3, and this time Jacobs is knocked to the ground by Harrison as he tries off the right side. NFL Network is your home for the NFLnetwork.com to find out who carries it in your area. Give Jacobs a pickup of 2. Manning, this time dropped in the backfield. Adalys Thomas, the huge loss for the Giants.
Yeah,
and that's that play you and I have talked about before, Manning's bad habit, which is he peels backwards instead of stepping up when he's got pressure.
But the problem was he had so much pressure inside, he just forced him to run back into Adalys Thomas. That time, Junior Seau not on any kind of a read blitz whatsoever, just bringing pressure. He didn't care what Jacobs did there. He knocked him off his feet, but Adalys Thomas, as Manning retreated, ran right into the sack.
Our first sack of the game has left the Giants facing a 3rd and 22. Now back on their own 45. Manning barely gets this one off. Harrison pressures him, completes it to Jacobs, and Jacobs can be far short of the markers as he drags tacklers to the 46-yard line. Junior Seau, the first to get there.
Well, I haven't seen the Patriots bring in as much pressure as they're bringing tonight on Eli Manning, and now this is going to be the challenge for Eli. This is if he has a bit of a flaw, in my opinion. Sometimes when guys are really coming hard after him, and this is a screen, obviously you throw away from that a little bit, but you got to stand in there. You got to take some shots and deliver the ball, and I guarantee you in this 4th quarter he's going to see a lot of that because it's starting to work for the Patriots.
The Giants bring Fiegels on. High snap, no problem. Fiegels angling this one for the far corner. Let's see where they mark it. He keeps walking, brings it back to almost the 18-yard line. Let's take a look at those big games that are on tap tomorrow. We had a chance to do the NFC a little bit earlier, and we kind of dismissed the AFC, but it's pretty simple, really. If the Titans win, they're in. If they don't, the Browns are in.
Yeah, and the Chargers and Steelers playing for the 3 and 4 seed, and the significance of that, if the Chargers can win, they hold the 3 seed, and they wouldn't see the Patriots until the championship game. Oh, they just get the Colts. So,
thank you.
Yeah, but for the Colts tomorrow, we know they're not going to play their guys throughout the course of the game. But with Marvin Harrison coming in early, could they score 3 touchdowns in the first half and then hold on?
They'll certainly want to get him some work with Manning.
Yeah.
And, of course, where Manning goes, all the starters in the offensive line will go. Big drive now for Brady and the Patriots. He dumps this one off to Falk. And Falk is brought down by the very busy Jarris Wilkinson.
Well, you know, against a spread type of formation, Wilkinson may be the guy you want in there because he's a little better in space.
And with that, the Patriots seem content to let the 3rd quarter final seconds tick away. And they will. They'll change ends. We'll see what Belichick and the Patriots can come up with. They're facing a 28-23 deficit. 1 quarter to a perfect season. We're back after this. Through Saturday at 7 Eastern. Of course, it's only on NFL Network. And this is where the Giants definitely need to stop. Momentum has swung the Patriots' way. They're down 5 as we start the 4th quarter. And Maroney is stopped in the backfield and dropped for a loss. I think Jay Alford was the first one to get there. Alford, a young man who played his high school ball only about a half hour from here in the Meadowlands.
Well, he was playing his high school ball in the Patriots backfield that time. That was a pretty nice play. You know, and one of the things we haven't seen Tom Brady do tonight is hit a long pass play. They have 7 straight games now with at least 1 completion over 40 yards, but the Giants are keeping them in front of them, not giving up the big play.
No catches for Moss in the 3rd quarter. They give him a gain of 1. Brady has Moss to the high side. He'll dump it off to Falk, and Falk will get the first down. That's Ross coming up to make the tackle.
Boy, I tell you, they have so many weapons, and Kevin Falk is one of those guys that when you read the press clippings. He barely even gets mentioned because of all the other guys. That was a simple little dump off. That was a 3-yard pass with everybody off on the left-hand side with that trips formation, basically saying, listen, big guy, you have to go fight for this first down. And he has done time after time after time throughout his career. He picks up another one. Huge play in the ball game.
Falk has been a warrior for this team for a long time. It's one of the reasons why he was voted an offensive captain, even though he is not the starter on this ball club. Brady has time. Throws short over the middle. Was going for Moss, but this one falls incomplete.
Yeah, that time Aaron Ross, coming on the corner blitz, got a little more pressure. He got just close enough to where Tom Brady knew where he was. Kevin Falk tried to pick him up, but he really didn't stop him well enough to make that play. He's going to come off the edge. And there he is, just in the face, made Tom move just a little bit and probably threw off the timing of that one.
This time Moss comes left, as does Welker. It's Welker in the slot. Brady this side to Watson. Watson takes it outside. Seemed to have room if he took it up, but chose to go outside and is dragged out of bounds by James Butler.
Yeah, really good play by James Butler. As I watched the play unfold, he was calling a signal as the ball was snapped, looking off to the left, didn't even see the snap of the ball, and all of a sudden was able to have the presence of mind to come up and make this tackle in the open field against a big and good athlete.
So it leaves the Patriots with 3rd and 10. And if the Giants can get a stop here, that would be huge. Brady's not going to beat the play clock. Well, they gave him the timeout.
New England.
Wow.
They're first.
They gave the Patriots the timeout. They're first of the second half, and so we'll take it with them. The Giants are out in front, 28-23.
The play clock is going to go to 0, but know this, the official is looking at the clock and then he looks down. If it's close at all, they're going to give the quarterback the benefit of the doubt. That is the correct call.
Big down in this ball game. 3rd and 11, just inside 13 minutes to play in regulation. The Patriots down by 5, trying to keep their undefeated season alive. Incomplete, intended for Randy Moss. This one was high. Moss couldn't come down with it.
Ryan, one of the differences in this game, based on what I saw a week ago with the Miami Dolphins, they played the same sort of coverage, but these guys are much more in their face now. Sam Madison on the line of scrimmage. He sees him go up. He's there to make the play. That's a close one for Randy Moss, just a tad high, but that pressure in their face has made a difference tonight for the Giants.
Chris Hansen gets this one away. R.W. McQuarters will field it at his 28. He's dropped right there. And so the Giants will come and try to take some time off this clock. Time's wasting away. Patriots undefeated season, perhaps going by the boards. You can see the graphic there. Of course, the Patriots have overcome those deficits each and every time. But this is the list they're trying to add their name to. The Bears in 34 and 42. Wound up the regular season undefeated, but lost the NFL championship. The Miami Dolphins 35 years ago went 14-0 in the regular season. Of course, completed it with a Super Bowl win in Super Bowl 7 to go 17-0. Patriots tonight trying to go 16-0, complete their regular season. Manning loses the handle on first down.
Well, they saw enough of that last week in Buffalo. All the issues.
5 times he fumbled it, right?
Yeah.
Lost 2 of them.
And for Tom Coughlin, he and Bill Belichick coached on the same staff here in New York. And for Bill Belichick, what must be going through his mind? He loves this place. He loves what the Giants stand for, what they meant for him in his life. And here he comes back in trying to get an undefeated season, and the Giants are playing like this.
Manning will throw far side, short. Plaxico Burress. Adalys Thomas may have gotten a hand on that one, may have ticked it. It'll leave the Giants with 3rd and 11.
And once again, now we're seeing more and more and more as this game goes along that pressure is becoming the solution here for the Patriots. Adalys Thomas, the free agent that came over for the Ravens, and thank goodness he did because of the injury to Roosevelt Colvin. He went from being an inside linebacker to an outside linebacker. And every single game when you watch him on tape, you're seeing him getting more and more comfortable out there.
Huge down for the Giants offense. And they'll talk about it.
Boy, this is an ugly series right here for the Giants.
Manning will go to the sidelines with 12:19 to play in regulation. Giants clinging to a 5-point lead.
Direct snap to Brady. Looking, pump fakes, fires left. Bottom of the far corner. Jabbar Gaffney right in the left corner of the end zone. Oh, baby.
4 weeks ago, that's how close the Patriots came to their first loss before turning back the Baltimore Ravens 27-24. And there are their 3 Pro Bowl linemen trying to figure out what's going on here. Big down for the Giants. 3rd and 11. They lead by 5. Manning throwing this side. David Tyree short of the first down marker. Tyree with his first catch of the night, and Jarvis Green brought an end to that.
Patriots that time come with a zone blitz off the edge, and really not a bad play call for that situation. And Mike Vrabel was dropping out on the other end, and really just nothing there. Pretty conservative, pretty sloppy series right there for the Giants. You don't play the Patriots conservatively. You don't allow Tom Brady too many opportunities. You keep firing. You got to keep trying to score points. This score is not going to hold up.
Manning lost the handle on first down. The second down pass was deflected by Adalys Thomas, and that third one left Tyree way short. Wes Welker fields this punt and is dropped at the 34-yard line. And so Tom Brady, what did you say, in Tom we trust? He comes back on the field having completed 26 of 34 tonight for 235 yards, but he has only tied the record for touchdown passes in a season with Peyton Manning. He did that early in the ball game. He still needs one to own the record all by himself.
And you know how much he cares about that record right now? You got that right. You know, Belichick was telling us that this guy's remarkable. He really is. On Tuesday, he came into the meeting room, and Bill said, have you gotten a chance to watch any Giants tape so far? He said, yeah, all 15 games. He came to play tonight.
You know, the questions all week were for the Giants was who would play and how long. We got the answer. Everybody and all night. Brady will throw this one, aiming for Welker, incomplete. I thought the best thing that we found out yesterday was Brady said, give you an idea of how excited he and his teammates are, he brought a video camera along. First time ever on a road trip, he brought a video camera because he thought tonight perhaps had the potential to be something special, and he wanted to record it.
Yeah, and he may be thinking, why did I do that? I've jinxed myself here, but he did. He said this is so special to all of us if we have a chance to do this. And let's face it, if they're going to do this, it's going to be number 12.
He's got Moss matched up against Madison. He's got Moss down the field. Moss in and out of Moss's hands at the 15-yard line. Well, there's something you don't see every day. Jabril Wilson fell down in the coverage.
Oh, my.
And all Randy has to do was stop and wait.
Now, this is not an easy catch, but this is certainly a Randy Moss catch. He runs right by Wilson. He does have to flip his head around, which is probably the toughest thing for a receiver to try and do, and pick up that ball. But big money guys make that play right there. That is a killer drop.
Leaves the Patriots with 3rd and 10. Brady with time. Going back again to Moss. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, there's 2 great football players showing why they're great. Going right back to what just failed. And Brady and Moss hook up on a record catch.
And I have no idea what James Butler was doing on that play. Absolutely none.
Patriots will go for 2. I'm sorry, Chris.
That is not some slouch receiver out there. Yes, he dropped the last one. But for some reason, James Butler in a 2-deep safety coverage let Randy Moss go right by him. I mean, that's incredible.
That one a 65-yard strike. The Patriots will go for 2. Moss in motion, top of your screen. He signals Welker in the slot. Fakes to Welker, gives inside. Maroney gets it across. 31-28, Patriots.
Wow.
Well,
congratulations, Tom. Congratulations, Randy.
And maybe congratulations, New England Patriots.
Oh, my goodness, 50 touchdown passes. I just, you know, it's absolutely incredible what he's been able to do. You now have Peyton Manning, you now have Dan Marino, and Tom Brady stands alone. The significance of that number, 50 touchdown passes, the significance of what Randy Moss has done, 23 touchdown passes. Let's give Jerry Rice a little credit. He caught 22 in 12 games during a strike-shortened season, but not even Jerry Rice got many gifts like James Butler just gave to Randy Moss right there.
There's so many things remarkable about the play, though, because Moss had just exhausted himself running a deep route on the previous play, came back and gunned it again. 65-yard touchdown strike, and the Patriots with 15 unanswered points to take the lead 31-28 with just 6 seconds past 11 minutes remaining in regulation.
And what do you do if Randy Moss drops a pass?
Go back to him.
Throw him another one, baby. Just take off. We've seen it so many times this year that Tom Brady will just take it and throw it up in the air. Now, that time, clearly he was open, but throughout the season, Moss has just made plays on balls time after time.
Dominic Hickson at the 5. Hickson with some running room, getting back to the 30, crossing the 35 to the 37-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds. A little too late for some of the Giants on that sideline. Now we see a flag coming late. But that seems to be because there's a little bit of pushing and shoving on the far sideline. One of the Patriots tacklers got there aggressively and a little bit late, a little too late for the Giants' liking. They're saying that was Brandon Merriweather who shoved Hickson out of bounds. But the flag came late. Mike Carey sorting it out.
After the ball was dead, personal foul, kicking team number 81, hitting a player out of bounds after the ball was dead. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Mike obviously meant number 31, Brandon Merriweather, not 81. 81 is Randy Moss. And if Moss was on the kickoff unit, you'd really have a scoop. But that's not where the flag is.
I think they're calling it the other way now. It's against the Giants, and maybe it was number
Well, it
81.
can't be 81 there either. That's Toomer. Did Toomer do something as everybody milled around?
Well, it's hard to tell because it did happen over on the Giants bench, and sometimes a guy will come over and do something late. There's Toomer.
Okay, there's Toomer. Now watch when Merriweather goes down. Keep your eye on Toomer.
Into the fray. A little trash talking going on.
Keep your eye on Toomer. Keep your eye on Toomer.
No, I don't.
Hard to tell. It must be talking in any event. Against the Giants, pushes them back. They'll start deep in their own end. Jacobs works it to the 28-yard line before he's dropped. That one's a bit of a mystery. I'm not sure we saw that one.
Tom Brady with his pads back on, he just knows what he had to do there, get a little more comfortable, but I don't think there's any way in the world with this chance of history here tonight and going 16-0, you're getting Tom Brady out of the game at this point.
Pick up the 5 for Jacobs. Jacobs tries the right side, reverses his field, comes back left. He'll have a first down, and he's brought down, but we've got a flag. This one could be coming back.
Yeah, Ellis Hobbs is saying Amani Toomer did something illegal there as he circled back the other way.
Holding. Offense number 81. 10-yard penalty is still second down.
Amani's having a bad 5 minutes.
Well, the Giants went from looking terrific to all of a sudden now struggling. See if we get a jersey pull out of that one.
Yeah, I'd say that's a little bit of a grip.
Like he had a handle underneath the shoulder pads and kind of a veteran move. Not that I never did one like that myself. Sometimes you can reach up underneath those pads and grab something and the officials don't see it, but unfortunately for Amani that time, he was in the wide open spaces.
Timeout. New England.
Patriots are going to take their second time out of this second half, so we'll take it with them. We've moved inside the 10-minute mark to go in regulation. Patriots with 15 unanswered are leading by 3. I heard him saying Namath, Bradshaw, Montana, Collinsworth.
Yeah.
They're gonna include your catches in those 2 Super Bowls, yes?
No, I did more to make Montana famous than I did.
What'd you have, 9 catches in your 2 Super Bowls?
I don't know. It didn't matter. We couldn't beat Joe Montana. He's too good.
2nd and 7 for Manning and the Giants. We've moved inside the 10-minute mark. He'll fake to Jacobs, and he'll throw far side over the head of Plaxico Burress. Picked off by Ellis Hobbs. Did he get him down? Yes, he did. Patriots ball game, first turnover of the night.
And I think it was really Rodney Harrison who made that play. He got juked initially by Burress, but then he ran back underneath the throw, and as he did that, Eli had no choice to throw it up over the top, and Hobbs is the one that makes the play. Watch number 37 running underneath that throw, and as Eli tried to drop it in the bucket over the top, there was Hobbs to make the interception. Boy, is this game turned in a hurry.
The New England Patriots fell behind 28-16. Since then, this ball game has been all theirs, particularly all Mr. Brady's. They've scored 15 straight. They've got the ball just on their side of midfield. As Brady throws far side and completes Dante Stallworth, first down Patriots.
How good is that?
And suddenly everything going New England's way.
How did Tom Brady ever see this when he's looking left all the way, and all of a sudden somehow under tremendous pressure he's able to step up and throw all the way across his body to the right side. Watch him looking left. He's under pressure. Oh yeah, I know where Stallworth is. Out there without even seeing if he's open or not. The guy's remarkable. He really is remarkable.
Brady on the night, 28 of 38 for 317 and 2 scores. No sacks, no interceptions. Well, scratch that sack part. Reggie Torbor with the first sack of the night on Brady. Came through untouched. What happened?
Well, now they're starting to take advantage, probably a little bit of the communication over on that side. It looked like Russ Hochstein just didn't see him coming in time. He makes a late reach to try and get Torbor, but there was enough of a gap. They keep trying to pressure these 2 gaps inside the A gap. A lot of times the Patriots in their protection will take 3 linemen one way, 2 the other, and it opens up a gap inside, and the Giants have been able to take advantage.
And the Giants, that's their league-leading 53rd sack of the season. The Patriots are second in that department. They've gotten to Manning once tonight. Brady will throw this side. Welker retreats, fine running room, back to the 37-yard line. That was Aaron Ross, whose grasp he momentarily eluded.
One of the things they're doing to help Ryan O'Callahan, the backup right tackle, is they're bringing Ben Watson down inside in sort of a crackback mode, using him to chip. And so even though Strahan probably would have had a big night tonight against O'Callahan, because of that added protection from Watson, it's given Brady just enough time to get it off.
3rd and long as a result of that sack. Brady completing this one. That's Falk. First down, Patriots. Antonio Pierce on the tackle.
He's special. He really is. We talked about it. When you want to try and bring some pressure, you've got to be able to cover the backs out of the backfield. And really, pretty decent job in the coverage that time by Reggie Torbor. But this guy is just really something. Kevin Falk is, to me, a little bit like Troy Brown on this team. Never gets any credit. Nobody ever talks about him. Nobody's afraid of him. And yet 2 of the big downs in this game so far here in the second half, it has been Kevin Falk with a catch and a run.
Falk 8 catches for 64 yards. That pickup good for 13 on 3rd and 11. This is Maroney. Maroney cutting back inside and crossing the 20. Reggie Torbor with the stop.
This Patriots team is oh so tough when they get a lead.
Close, don't they?
Sure do, boy. 83-1 in the regular season when they get the lead. And now you're starting to see this Patriots offense. They don't have to throw the football now. Now they can get those offensive linemen off on the right-hand side and get them moving forward, not backwards in pass protection. And believe me, offensive linemen are happier doing that.
Patriots trying to make this a two-score ball game. Maroney is the lone back. Brady will give to Maroney, and he's dropped in the backfield. Michael Strahan.
Strahan has been getting doubled and tripled all night long, and then all of a sudden he said, to heck with that. He just took Ben Watson and just crammed him back into the backfield, trying to cutoff block, and he took two guys right into Lawrence Maroney. They have done so much tonight to try and take away Michael Strahan, and it has worked for the most part, but that time he simply took over.
It'll be 3rd and 9, and Madison has gone to the bench with what we are being told is an abdominal strain. And so the Giants, already shorthanded in the secondary, have to go a little deeper to their bench. Brady will throw, completes to Welker. First down, Patriots inside the 10. Wow.
If you're not getting there with the protection, and let's give Ryan O'Callahan a little credit on that one. He had Strahan by himself that time and got the job done. And we go back to the touchdown to Randy Moss, and we believe Sam Madison pulled up lame on the play before, that abdominal strain, whatever may have happened. But I guarantee you somebody on the Patriots sideline or in the press box saw what happened on that one, and they go right back to Moss, and that's how they scored the touchdown.
Welker enjoying a big night with 11 catches, 123 yards. He leads the NFL in catches, and he now owns the franchise season record. This is Moss working his way inside the 5.
Giants come with a complete sellout blitz that time, and if you're going to do that, they're just going to go to that little smoke screen on the outside. Say good luck, young man. Corey Webster trying to tackle that guy. At least he got him on the ground.
We're moving down inside 5 minutes, and this would be a huge stop for the Giants if they could hold the Patriots to a field goal and keep this a one-score ball game.
Well, this Patriots offense is just relentless, aren't they? You think you've got them under control? Man coverage again. Nope, they back out of it.
Maroney. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, Lawrence Maroney scored that touchdown, but I got to tell you, Randy Moss is the guy that set it up. They come out of it. They look like they're going to bring pressure. They come out because they feel like they have to double team Randy Moss on the outside. There's no support from the safeties. Watch him drop out. There's Jabril Wilson dropping back. When he's not there to help against the run, it's easy. That's the power of having that type of receiver on your football team. Terrell Owens the same way in Dallas.
Make that 22 unanswered for the Patriots. And they've moved out in front by 2 scores now, 38-28, with 4:36 to play. Well, it is starting to look like it's a perfect season now. For a time there, when they were down 28-16, it looked like the Patriots were going to have all kinds of problems with this Giant team that has shown an awful lot of game tonight. But it's hard to believe this Patriot team, with prize close to their grasp, would let it get away at this point.
But you know, think about the pressure on this team. I mean, they are trying for a perfect season. They go in, the Giants are doing everything right. Their pressure is getting there. They're playing well offensively. They're playing well defensively. And Tom Brady just refuses to fold. And they give up the big play on the long pass, and all of a sudden the game just completely turns around. But nobody has come up with an answer so far for Tom Brady in the shotgun, spreading everybody out and making these plays.
Which is not to say there isn't an answer. We saw the Eagles come up with it for a time. We saw the Ravens come up with it for a time. Certainly the Colts did for a time. The idea is they can't do it for 60 minutes.
And the key word is for a time.
For a time.
You know, and that's really what's been going on with this football team. Sometimes they win it with their offense. Sometimes they win it with their defense, their special teams, whatever the case may be. But this is a professional football team. They are methodical in the way that they beat people.
This is Hickson, who has over 200 yards in returns tonight, adding to his total as he crosses the 30 to the 33-yard line, and the Giants will come back out. We got a little extracurriculars yet again on the field. Here's another look at the touchdown. Maroney running through the area that was vacated by Wilson. And there's Ellis Hobbs. He's the one who set it up with the interception, the lone turnover of the night. And what is it we read about the Patriots? When they have a turnover advantage, they have won 47 straight. Tonight would be the 48th.
Well, they win a lot, so those numbers are always going to look pretty good.
You know, look, I mean, we're surprised there's only one turnover. Both of these teams won last week despite turning the ball over 4 times. But this one's been pretty well played. And so huge job now for Manning and the Giants offense. They get it started with Jacobs off the left side. And here comes another flag.
I'm telling you, it's guess who? Who do you think's out there stirring the pot? Rodney, at the end of almost every play, is going to give somebody a little something. And then you retaliate.
The play was dead. Personal foul. Defense number 37. Grab an opponent by a face mask and drag him down. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And you can tell Bill was very pleased with that. He says, let me have Rodney over here to talk to me for a little while.
Yeah, he's going to
James Sanders is checking in. And here comes Rodney.
And you think he might get a little lecture. I mean, here you have game in hand. And I'm all for, you know, a little, you know, tough guy and all that. And Bill's saying, are you kidding me? How long have you been on a football team? You know we're playing for an undefeated perfect season. Go sit down. I've seen enough of you garbage tonight. You know, but that's his game. That's his game.
So the penalty moves the Giants into Patriots territory, and Manning will throw on first down and complete to Steve Smith. The rookie out of USC gets it inside the 40-yard line. The Giants now move to a hurry up as we move to the 4-minute mark.
You know, touchdown, field goal, either one here keeps you alive in this ball game. And Eli, as he gets into these 2-minute offenses, plays better. This is where he's at his best.
He'll give to Jacobs. They'll try to keep the Patriots honest, but not very. Junior Seau has seen that once or twice.
Junior Seau is saying, you kidding me? I mean, come on. I've seen that one a few thousand times. They're coming over. And when you watch these two guys on film, Seau and Bruschi, they never run themselves out of position. You know, they're never one of those guys that they're salivating and you see them quick run and they get the cutback. They play their position. They play their gaps, and they never give up the cheap one. If you're going to get one on this defense, you have to earn it.
And the clock just ticking away, and the fans don't like this. Awful lot of time elapsed. Down to 3:15 as Manning throws and completes to Smith on the far side. First down Giants. Ellis Hobbs making the stop.
Well, one of the things the Patriots will do is they will give you somebody. As long as you're willing to throw it to the outside. That time they came on a blitz, straight man coverage, good throw by Eli, good read by Steve Smith.
Giants have moved it to the 27-yard line. New set of downs for Manning in the offense. And again, an awful lot of time running off the clock. Manning steps up, throwing short for Amani Toomer. He couldn't quite step into that one. That'll stop the clock with 2:36 to play.
I couldn't tell if Vrabel got his arm or not as he threw it. Maybe he went by and sort of knocked it out of his hand. It looked like maybe he got it jostled and he like shot putted this thing out of there. Vrabel's going to come around the corner as he resets here. He just doesn't get anything on this throw at all. And that was a touchdown looking play right there. Give Vrabel at least a little credit on that one. But for Eli, he had a great opportunity.
Mike Vrabel expressing some amazement that after 12 years in this league, he finally got his Pro Bowl selection. Very well deserved, too.
Yep, good for him.
He's played well. Giants with 2 timeouts, and they've still got the 2-minute warning to come. Manning will throw and complete to Jacobs, and why he didn't go out of bounds is anybody's guess. Well, he comes up short of the marker.
Yeah, pretty nice job there by the Patriots taking away the outside, and you know what Jacobs saw? He saw the first down marker and trying to pick that up. Now they'll come back right to him again, I'm sure.
Well, Manning will try to keep it himself and would seem to have enough for the first down. And it would appear that will get us to the 2-minute warning. It will. The Giants are in need of 2 scores. They're trailing at 38-28 in the Meadowlands. The Patriots are 2 minutes away from a perfect regular season. We're back to see it unfold after this. Manhattan across the Hudson. That man has turned in a splendid performance this evening. 32 of 42 for 356 yards and 2 touchdowns. But the best thing is He saved his best for when they needed it most. And that's why the Patriots are leading by 10 with 2 minutes to play. Giants need 2 scores. They have 2 timeouts. Manning completes to Smith. Smith to the 4-yard line. Rodney Harrison, who's back in the ball game, tripped him up. Otherwise, Smith gets to the end zone.
Well, that's what you get. You get the double on Burris. You get them trying to take away other guys, giving you Steve Smith, and Steve Smith has delivered here on this final drive. But the Giants got to go. You know, now they're kicking the football around, and boy, the clock is just ticking, and the officials are not going to stop it. The Giants are the ones that kicked it.
Manning throwing for Burris, in and out of his hands. Ellis Hobbs on the coverage, threw it to his back shoulder.
You know, you got a guy as big as Plexico Burris on the outside, and I understand the theory here. He's trying to get it into the back shoulder, but clearly he had position. If this ball is just a high arcer, Burris is going to make that play.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. 1:16 to play. Remember, the Giants still have 2 timeouts. And now the Patriots are going to call timeout to talk about it.
Timeout. New England, their 3rd and final. 30-second timeout.
You heard Mike Carey. That's their 3rd and final of the half. Belichick clearly saw something he didn't want to face.
Yeah, well, we know the rules by now. The coaches are allowed to call timeouts on the sideline for better or for worse, as we've seen throughout the course
Probably for
of
worse this season.
Yeah, I've been a few of those, but you know, for Bill Belichick, this is a dream come true. I mean, this is a guy that grew up with his father. He idolized Don Shula. He was at the Annapolis at the Naval Academy, where his father Steve was a coach for so many years. As a boy, he sat by his father and watched game tape after game tape after game tape. He understands the historical significance of matching what Don Shula had done with the Miami Dolphins. Of course, he still has a long way to go, and you've got to get that trophy at the end to match him. But this is clearly a very significant moment for him personally.
Do you buy into that in order for the season to be validated, you have to win it all?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
16-0 is not an achievement in and of itself in your mind?
No. I mean, it's a great achievement. I don't want to say that. But when you're comparing it to the Dolphins, you can't compare them at that point.
Patriots have had a chance to talk about it. 2nd and goal from the 4. Manning completing. Tyree with his 2nd catch of the night, but this one loses yardage, and the clock keeps ticking. Now the Giants stop it with 1:07 to play. Ellis Hobbs was there again.
Man, Tyree's got to break that tackle. He has help coming on the outside. David Deal's coming out to get the block, and it looked like he just sort of stumbled, but even at the tail end of that, I'm not sure he ever had a knee down. Yeah, he did.
Let me go back to this about the season not being a great season. Are you going to tell me that only one NFL team every year has a good season, has a great season, has a successful season?
No, but if you want to put it in the category of the greatest team ever, which is I think what the discussion is, if they go 16-0 and lose in one of the playoff games, to me, that's not even close to what the Dolphins did. I mean, I know Dick Bonacani. I worked with him forever over at HBO, and he said it's incredible how the pressure continues to build, how every game, because then you look like you choked it away or something. You went 16-0. How could you not win a Super Bowl? So that pressure is going to continue to build in this team. But boy, with Tom Brady and company, they sure respond.
Well, this has looked ugly for the last 30 seconds for the Giants. They're now at 3rd and goal. And Manning has Jacobs in the backfield with him. In this one, people are jumping all over the place.
Encroachment. Defense number 75. After this is the goal, still 3rd down.
Boy, what a great
Belichick
play.
signaling somebody. He wants to talk about this with Harrison.
Yeah, he said, send me Rodney over here. They're going to do more coverage here. They're playing pass in this one. But let's give Eli a little credit for presence there. He came out of that break, and he went to the hard count and got all 3 of them to jump offside up front.
Kevin Boss is checking in the ball game. Had a quiet 2nd half. He's lined up tight left. Toomer is wide left. And it's Plaxico in the slot to the right. Manning for Burris. Touchdown, Giants.
What a catch. Well, they tried to bring the pressure there. They brought the blitz and left Eugene Wilson a safety.
And he fell down.
All alone on one of the great receivers in the game. And that was no contest. Everybody coming on the blitz. Eli standing strong in there. And Plexico just, yeah, no problem. Just, wow. Pretty casual, comfortable catch at this moment in the ball game.
Well, if they're going to get to 16-0, it's not going to come easy.
Oh, boy.
With that, the Giants pull to within 3. We have just 4 ticks the clock beyond a minute to play in this one. And the Giants have brought it to a 38-35 ball game, and now we all know what's coming.
Yeah, you just about have to have an onside kick here, and for Manning to Burris, they set their own personal record here. But now this undefeated season on the line with an onside kick. The Giants down to just 1 timeout now. So really not a whole lot of choice in the matter. You have to recover this onside kick if you're going to have one more shot.
Patriots special team coach Brad Seeley has gathered up his guys and basically told them, hey, undefeated season, get it done here.
And don't forget, now the rules are in the NFL that you have to have 4 guys away from the onside kick side. They didn't like all those guys coming down. But what you'll see is the initial wave of guys going down and essentially trying to wipe out the front line, and then a second wave of hands kind of guys coming in and trying to recover the ball.
The Patriots on this side have Vrabel, Kelly Washington, Adalis Thomas, Larry Izzo. Tynes would seem to be kicking it on the near sideline. Vrabel. That should do it. Tynes tried to get a bounce and have this one bounce towards the Giants. Instead, it went right to Vrabel, and he went immediately to the turf, and that would seem to get it done. The Giants have just 1 timeout to stop the clock.
Watch all these guys attacking. Instead of sitting back, they went and attacked the Giants and allowed Vrabel to come back in behind and make the play. The Patriots always the aggressor. Tremendous call there on special teams. And now you get to watch the clock tick just a little bit and dream of what is about to be.
Patriots to the victory formation. And
we talked to the Patriots. They said Bill Belichick told us at the beginning of the season that he would absolutely hold us to a higher standard, that he was on a crusade for good football. He knew with all the guys that he brought in here, there was no way that this team should have a bad season. And my goodness, look at what they've done with Randy Moss in and Wes Welker and all these guys. He has orchestrated a team that has gone undefeated, 16-0, to match the greatest of the great teams the NFL has ever had to offer, the Miami Dolphins.
And the final hurdle may have been their toughest. Their 35 points allowed tonight. They're high for the year. The Giants brought a lot of game into this one. They played their guys, and they played it to win, and they just came up a little short, 38-35.
And for Bob Kraft, here's a guy that came into this organization in the 34 seasons before he got there. They made the playoffs 5 times. In the 14 seasons since he's been there, 10 playoff appearances, 4 Super Bowl appearances, 3 Super Bowl rings. Congratulations to the New England Patriots. They did it.
For the Patriots, their season begins and ends at Giant Stadium in the Meadowland. Their first victory of the year was back on September 9th here against the New York Jets. They won at 38-14. Their last regular season victory of this season comes tonight against the New York Giants. They win at 38-35, and now it's on to a week of rest and then to the playoffs. Let's go down to the field where Adam Schefter, I believe, has Tom Brady. Adam?
Thanks very much, Brian. Tom, what does 16-0 mean to you?
Well, I think it's a lot of hard work, and proud of this team, the way we responded. We were losing there in the second half and came out and played some of our better football. So great win for us.
What happened on the record-breaking touchdown pass? The previous play, Randy dropped that pass. You went back to him. Describe what happened.
He didn't drive. I threw a bad ball to him, so I tried to redeem myself, and I threw it about as far as I could, and he tracked it down. It was, I guess, a good one to go ahead on, and you know, with the meaning of that, a touchdown for Randy and for myself, for our team, something special.
For all the records that the Patriots and you set tonight, what is the one thing you remember about this evening?
16-0. I mean, we're down, what, 10 or 11 in the third quarter. The crowd is into it, and we found a way to win. So it's what it's going to be like down the stretch. I just hope we can continue to play this type of football.